Coming to you from the Lydia Media Studios in the heart of Lewiston, Auburn, it's Lydia's Lunch Bunch, LA's afternoon morning show with Mark, Sarah, and Pam. We're covering news and events in the greater LA area and talking to the people making a difference in our community. Give us a listen at lydiamediallc.com or wherever you get your podcasts. And feel free to share your comments, questions, or suggestions via email at podcast@lydiamediallc.com.
Like this question from Brian in Bath. Brian wants to know how much Irish you have to have in you to celebrate St. Patrick's Day.
Zero?
Is that a trick question?
Zero.
I was like, what?
Jesse St. Laurent from Roopers, what do you think?
Oh, zero, absolutely.
And Pam?
Absolutely none.
None. Brian, go for it. Thank you for your question. Today's show is brought to you by United Piping, serving residential and commercial customers with new installations and repairs. Call today and schedule your oil and gas boiler cleanings at 754-4556. UPI, the best plumbers around. Also brought to you by Roopers Beverage and Redemption. When it comes to beer, wine, and spirits, don't botch it. Squatch it. At 5 locations in Lewiston, Auburn, and Oxford. Learn more at roopersbeverage.com. And remember, the party starts at Roopers.
Party's starting pretty soon in here.
Yeah, we got our drinks poured and everything.
It is our special St. Patrick's Day edition. We are joined in studio by the president of Roopers Beverage and Redemption, Jesse St. Laurent. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yay!
Happy to have you.
Is that what they say in Ireland? Good morning?
Top of the morning.
Top of the morning.
Top of the morning to you.
Faith and big order.
I don't know. You said you've been 3 times. You should know by now.
I know,
right?
I don't know. You're usually a little groggy when I wake up
I was
in
going to say,
Ireland.
Jesse doesn't get up in the morning in Ireland. It's the afternoon.
And as he usually does, Jesse came bearing gifts. And what do we have this morning, Pam?
We have Tipping Cow Rum Cream Shamrock Mint.
Oh, boy.
Seems appropriate.
We'll be sampling that throughout the show, letting everybody know how it is, and having some St. Patty's Day fun.
Kicking the day off right.
What do you say? I mean, it's a Monday. Let's start drinking and get the week started off right.
Let's get going.
Let's get going. Before we get there, let's take a look at some headlines for Monday, March 17th.
Maine is one of 20 states suing Secretary of Education Linda McMahon and President Trump to reverse layoffs at the Federal Department of Education. Last week, the administration laid off over 1,300 employees, nearly half of the department's staff. Maine Attorney General Aaron Frey said the action effectively dismantled that department without congressional approval. McMahon said that the reduction reflects the department's commitment to efficiency and accountability.
A new bill in the Maine legislature would allow permitted people to carry concealed weapons in schools. Current law states that people with a permit are not allowed to carry a concealed weapon within 500 feet of a school, with the only exception being law enforcement.
The Maine Turnpike Authority Board of Directors voted 6-0 in favor of naming Andre Briere as its new executive director. He is a 29-year Air Force veteran who retired as a colonel in 2019 with a wealth of experience in aviation, transportation, logistics, emergency management, and large-scale project leadership. His appointment is subject to legislative approval.
And Western Maine Transportation Services and the Maine Department of Transportation launched a 3-month pilot program for bus service connecting Lewiston, Auburn, and Oxford Hills. The service will run thrice daily, with fares varying between $2 to $3, which can be paid by cash or token transit. The bus can accommodate up to 2 wheelchairs or bicycles.
Is there any better word than thrice?
I submit
So
that there is
good.
not.
It is such a great word.
Thrice is awesome.
Thrice is a great word.
I don't know. Gubernatorial's right up there.
Gubernatorial
yes.
is good. It's difficult to say, whereas thrice is just boom. You've got it. It's out there. Hey, Pam, do you want to talk about this weather?
I mean, it's very fitting, I guess. Rain all day today with a high of 54 and a low of 39. Cloudy tomorrow with a high of 51 and low of 34. Sunny on Wednesday with highs in the mid-50s.
You know what that means?
We're digging this, huh?
Nice.
Car vacuuming day. That's Wednesday.
Yeah.
March
Car
Madness.
Yeah.
Oh, yes,
That's right.
yes.
Yep. Well, speaking of sports,
Oh, sorry.
the Bruins will host the Buffalo Sabres tonight at 7. We'll see how that goes.
Have we all stopped watching at this point?
You know,
Yep.
there's such a wild card, like back and forth. I don't even know.
Yeah.
I started watching the Senators because I'm like,
Yeah, nowadays it's mostly back.
yeah. So one step forward, 2 steps back. Yeah.
They're officially bad again.
Yeah.
They gave us hope for like 2 games
Yeah.
after the trade deadline, and now
Yeah.
it's just, they're horrible.
I know. But the Senators,
Linus.
Linus was on fire.
Crazy
Did you see,
good.
like the backwards catch. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, pretty sure we got rid of the wrong goalie.
I don't know.
Just gonna go out there and say it.
Let's extend the backup.
Back a couple more steps.
However, 10 more days until Red Sox baseball.
We're getting there. The countdown begins.
The Celtics host the Brooklyn Nets tomorrow night.
The University of Maine men's hockey team will take on Northeastern in the Hockey East semifinals on Thursday night.
And our Maine Nordiques face off against the stinking Northeast Generals Friday night at the Colisee. And I just want to throw this in there as well. Cooper Flag's Duke Blue Devils are the number 1 seed in the East for March Madness.
Nice.
Awesome.
Right?
They play Friday, I think, right?
Is it
Friday?
Is Cooper going to be back on the court?
Yes, 100%.
What did he get? Hit in the eye or something?
Sprained his ankle.
I was going to
Right.
say, I think it was his ankle.
Oh no, he left. The last I had seen, the last game that I watched, he had left in the middle because he'd been struck in the eye. And
Oh,
it was
yikes.
not good. He couldn't really see.
Couldn't see anything.
I got to witness him play as a 9th grader because my son played at EL.
Oh.
And we scrimmaged them, and he was unreal
Yeah.
at that age. Like, he was like Magic Johnson.
You were
Remember how
like-
Magic Johnson played in the 80s?
Yeah.
He looked just like that. Just a
Showtime.
Flying.
crazy experience with a kid that at that age.
Yeah.
He's only 18.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
That's insane.
High
Yep.
level
Yeah.
of
He's
skill.
going to be a number 1 draft pick.
Do you think he's going back to college next year?
Oh, hell no.
No?
No.
Really? Okay.
There's some debate, right? Like
Yeah.
it's been up in the air
No
about
way.
it.
It's been
Too
going
much money.
around. Yeah, I know there's too much money, but then again, you only get to go to college once. You know, he's going to be an 18-year-old
Man,
kid.
he's got millions
in
of
the
reasons to
NBA.
leave.
I know.
And what if he gets hurt playing
And
college ball?
That's family changing money.
And that's a
Like,
good point.
Oh,
Pam.
yeah.
Yeah, if he
gets
gets hurt
hurt-
playing
Exactly,
college
but they have
ball.
insurance.
Well, he already did.
They do.
Right,
Yeah.
no, he's been out with a sprained ankle.
Yeah, I bet that crossed his mind when he sprained his ankle.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah, and he's got a shoe deal. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
he's
he's
sponsored
with
by
New
New Balance, which is
yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
he stayed local, which is awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty sweet. Do we want to do some sampling
Yep.
prior to FPBs?
Let's do this.
Pam's
Let's get
going to need it.
Oh, thank you, Pam.
Well, I was thinking that, but I didn't want to say anything. I don't want to always be the Debbie Downer for FPBs.
Oh, this smells
The
pretty good.
segment
Oh,
Sometimes
FPB.
kills me.
Oh, it smells so good.
It smells like dessert.
Yeah, it's got the smell of that cream stuff that we did
Yeah.
a while back, but better.
Smells like mint chocolate chip ice cream, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, not bad.
All right. Slushy.
Cheers.
Oh yeah. Oops.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Happy St. Patty's Day, everybody.
Good start to the week.
It all goes downhill.
Oh my
from
gosh,
here,
that's
huh?
too easy.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
Look at the
too
label
easy.
with the cow is
Kind of
upside
a
down.
cow.
You got
Awesome
tipped.
label.
He tipped.
Tippy cow.
Tippy.
Tippy cow. Tell us about this, Jesse.
Well,
It's an upside down cow.
it's Tippy Cow has several different flavors, but this one is obviously great for St. Patrick's Day. It's green Tippy Cow, Shamrock mint, straight out of Wisconsin.
Where all the good
Caribbean rum,
comes
straight out of Wisconsin. Little throwback to the '90s rap there. It's 14%. It's not very, as you guys can taste. It's not very strong, but it has great flavor. And
Yeah. You
Yeah,
could spend your
it's a
day
good
with
sipper.
Tippy Cow. Just make it a good one.
That's right.
does anyone tip the cow?
I've
I was
never.
going to ask that question too.
Of all of us here, I feel like you would probably be the one person who would
No, I
thinking
never
the same
tried.
thing.
Yeah.
I bet you know people that have.
I know people that have.
Yeah.
I do too.
Yeah, there's always those guys, you know, that are,
I've run from a cow. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I need to hear
Chased by a
this.
cow?
Well, it was a bull. It was a bull.
Ooh, boy.
The little farm that I worked on when I was 9. They had 2 bulls. One was nice and one was not, and they looked exactly the same. And you had to, for one of the fields, you got dropped off to pick potatoes. You could either go way, way, way around to get to the field to pick in, or if you were brave, you could cut through the field with the bull. And I cut through the field with the bull. I was mistaken as to which one it was, and it was the mean bull, and I ended up having to run across the field as fast as I could to get away from
boy.
the mean bull. At 9! The
Wow.
age of
You made
9.
it.
I made it.
You made
Obviously,
it.
I was
There you go.
pretty quick at 9. But
You were
yeah.
a little out of breath by the time.
Yeah, it was not. It was.
Heart rate was a little elevated.
I had seen some boys run across the field before me, so I figured it was okay. But they must have gotten its attention because it was
Yeah.
not okay.
well, you know the old saying, you mess with the bull.
You get the horns.
I may have been wearing a red flannel shirt too.
Oh,
gee.
gee.
I may have been. because that was kind of the.
And I may have been playing a game called Matador.
I may have been waving my arms and screaming really loud.
I may have been poking him in the eye,
I
but
may
still.
have thrown a rock. No, I did not. It
that's
just there's
funny.
one
Can't
bowl
believe
that was
he chased me.
one bowl that was nice and one bowl that was not.
And you found the one that was not.
That one was not. You never know.
All right, we ready for some FPBs?
Let's do it.
Pam, you ready for this?
Let's do it.
All right, right now it is time for the podcast segment that is
Sweeping
the Twin Cities. It's time for famous people birthdays.
They're famous. It's their birthdays. It's famous people birthdays. It's famous people birthdays.
Let's take a look at FPBs for March the 17th, shall we?
Yeah.
Let's see who's got a little St. Patty's Day mojo in their birthday. How about Billy Corgan
How about
of the
it?
Smashing
sweet.
Pumpkins?
Yes.
Yeah. 58 years old today.
Still no hair.
Still no hair. Did you know this, Jesse? He has been the owner and promoter of the National Wrestling Alliance since 2017.
Stop.
Really?
That's his passion now. Professional wrestling.
No way. I wouldn't. I wouldn't think that.
Yeah.
You know.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so he's been in it almost nearly 10 years.
He co-founded Resistance Pro Wrestling in 2011, though.
Yep.
He's been in the wrestling industry for a long time.
Yeah.
That's kind of wild for a shoegazer. You would
There you
think
go.
he'd be a little less aggression there, but I guess
Yeah. I thought he might have been in it since, 1979.
not. I see what you did there.
What do I know?
Yeah.
They got kind of beat up, didn't they? Smashing Pumpkins during that the meme era with Nickelback.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
I think
who's
so,
the other
yeah.
band? I can't think of them, but
One of my favorite things about Smashing Pumpkins was their stint on The Simpsons. Do you guys remember that episode? That was
vaguely.
great. That was great. They were really good.
How about this, Pam? Rob Lowe.
oh, handsome.
61 years old
He's been
today.
around forever.
Good-looking man.
Yeah, he has been around forever.
Yeah.
It's all those Atkins bars.
Is that what it is?
It's all the Atkins bars. Yeah.
That's how he stays so slim.
He was part of the Brat Pack, yeah.
He was. yeah.
Outsiders.
Yep.
Right? He was in
Outsiders
Outsiders.
and-
St. Elmo's Fire.
83. Yeah. I just learned about this morning while I was reading about Rob Lowe. He was involved in a sex tape scandal in 1988.
I didn't realize that either.
I did. He
No
was like
idea.
one of the first.
Really?
Yeah.
88
Because it was 1988.
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah.
a VHS.
Yeah, VCRs, baby.
It was shadow puppets.
Rated PG back then.
Right?
It was like the old Playboy channel that you couldn't get. It was
Oh,
all
I'm not gonna say
scrambled. Anyway,
Another rabbit hole.
I think the Tippy Cow kicked in.
Yeah.
Tippy cow.
Doesn't take long.
yeah, they
It's
say
on top of you pretty fast at 7 a.m.
it stymied his career for many years afterward.
Interesting.
See, I
And
don't
then-
remember that.
I know,
And then he
I
got a
don't
role on
remember.
West Wing in 1999. It turned everything around.
He was awesome in
Drama.
Tommy Boy. Remember him in
yeah.
Tommy Boy? He was the
Yeah.
villain.
was
Tommy
great.
Boy. He
Tommy
was
Boy.
great in Tommy
Wayne's
Boy.
World. He was a
Yep.
villain in Wayne's
Yeah.
World, too.
Yep.
Yep.
Was he? Oh, yeah, that's
Yep.
right.
Was it Bo Derek in Tommy Boy?
Yes.
What was that?
Yeah.
That was, that's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
They had a great cast.
Yummy Mummy, I think he called it or something like that. What an awesome movie, though. That was so much fun.
It was.
Chris Farley was the best.
Totally.
Yeah.
Gary Sinise, 70 years old
Oh,
today.
another good one.
Yeah. He's what?
I get confused between Gary Sinise, whom I love, and the other Gary, who's kind of crazy.
Oh, Gary.
Gary Busey.
Gary
Yeah.
Busey.
Get
BC
them
is a little
confused.
crazy.
He's a wild man.
He sure
Those
is.
teeth.
Those are two very different
Yeah,
Garys.
no, totally.
Gary
totally,
Sinise was Lieutenant Dan
Lieutenant
Yes.
Dan,
in
yeah.
Forrest Gump.
Yep, yeah.
You have no legs, Lieutenant Dan. I want to stretch my sea legs. Remember he said that? Dives in the water. He was awesome.
He was awesome.
The Green Mile.
Yeah.
Oh,
Green Mile,
yeah.
He's a great actor.
Patrick Duffy, 76 years old today. He played Bobby Ewing
yes,
Bobby Ewing.
on
the-
Dallas.
Dallas,
Yep.
yes.
From
Yep.
78 to 91.
Yeah.
And then he starred in a sitcom called Step by Step with
Yes.
Suzanne Summers.
That's right. Suzanne Summers.
Do we have any South Park fans?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about Scuzzlebutt? Remember Scuzzlebutt, who had the Patrick Duffy leg? he was the big monster on the mountain. And he literally had Patrick Duffy for a leg.
Oh my God.
Oh, God.
And rounding out FPBs for March the 17th, legendary actor Kurt Russell.
Wow, that's a great list.
74
That's a good
years
list
old
today.
today.
He started acting at 12?
I guess so.
Yeah.
He has ties to Maine, doesn't he? I think he was friends with who's the coach at UMaine, the great legendary hockey coach.
Sean Walsh.
Sean Walsh, yeah. He and Sean had a great relationship.
Oh, I wonder if he helped him out with the greatest hockey movie of all time.
Oh, Lord. Yeah.
Oh,
I
lordy,
think he
lordy.
did. Yeah,
the
Miracle.
greatest
The
movie.
greatest.
Yeah, greatest hockey
That's
movie of all
because
time.
of the Patrick Duffy leg.
Oh, you found it?
There's nothing
do
off
kind
limits with South Park.
I do kind of
Nothing.
remember
And this was
that.
the early days. This was like
way
season
back.
1.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
It was so good.
It's like early 2000s, right?
God. What's in his hand? Broccoli or something? Or celery?
Yeah, it's celery.
Celery.
Oh my.
Wow, those guys are crazy.
All right, back to Kurt Russell.
Oh, yeah.
Got a long list.
He's one of my top 10 movies. Tombstone.
Tombstone.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God. That's one of my favorite
Yeah,
movies.
one of my top 10s.
Yeah.
Amazing movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Escape from New York.
Yep.
The
Oh, yeah.
Thing. Remember The Thing?
The Thing.
That was a classic.
Yeah.
Overboard?
Yes.
Overboard. Yeah. And Big Trouble in Little China.
He ended up marrying Goldie Hawn, right?
No, they're not married.
they're
They've
never
been together
married.
like 42 years.
Oh, they're not
So
married?
it was just
Yeah.
her.
I thought the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like they got to be married by
No,
now.
Yeah.
42 years, I think it
Living in sin
For that
for
long.
42
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
So they got separate bank accounts.
I would think so.
was. They don't need to combine.
I don't think either one of them is hurting.
No.
Doing just fine.
Tango and Cash.
Oh,
Remember the one he
yeah.
did
Oh,
with
yeah.
Stallone?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Part of the Fast and the Furious franchise, too, right?
I don't know. I've never seen a Fast
yeah.
and Furious
I think
movie.
the original Fast and Furious.
It says
The Furious.
Furious 7, The Fate of the Furious. I don't know.
Escape
Yeah.
from New York? Wasn't he?
Yes,
Yep.
those, yeah,
Yep.
yeah. And Guardians of the Galaxy. He was
Yes.
the villain in Guardians of the Galaxy
And the
too.
Christmas Chronicles.
That one's cute.
Yep.
Those are your FPBs for March the 17th.
That's pretty good.
It's not a bad haul.
It's not.
Pam, it's got to be right up there.
It was pretty good.
Okay,
No,
not as
no gangster rap, but
I know.
not as good as March 10th.
That's when I learned a lot about Pam that day. We had like 4 B-listers, and then we had Dr. Dre.
Oh,
she
Yes.
almost came out of her chair.
Oh, she
Yeah.
loves Dr.
She's
Dre.
very excited about that.
I mean, what we would do to go back to that time.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
I mean,
We were just talking about that last Friday with the weekend preview. You know, the bars that have 80s and 90s nights. It's like we didn't know how good we had it back
Yeah.
then.
I'll
Where
tell you
you
what, when
dress
it's,
up
when
to go
it's
out,
Dre's
right?
birthday again, invite me in.
okay.
I'll bring 40s. We'll drink some 40s.
Some 40s.
All right,
Taking that day
it's
off.
tomorrow.
Drink some Colt 45.
We have almost a year to prepare for that. So,
Wait,
have you
does he
ever
have any
played
kids?
Edward 40 Hands? Have you ever heard that?
No.
Oh my God. The first time I ever heard this insanity, the things people do.
What is it?
Literally duct tape 40s to your hands.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah.
Can't
Yeah.
go to the bathroom until you're finished drinking both of the 40s.
I would pee my pants.
I don't even think we sell 40s anymore.
Say, that
My
was
pants.
that was a magical time back then when you could go to the store and buy a 40 of Colt 45.
For like $2.
yes.
$2. Yeah.
Yes. Guys, I'm 14. They didn't even card me. That's crazy.
It's for my mom.
Because there's actually no alcohol in it.
Oh boy, yeah.
Yeah, but Billy D. Williams could sell it. Couldn't he?
That's right.
He'd have a half-naked lady in the background sitting there with a Colt 45 because that's how Billy does it.
Boy.
That would not fly now.
Nope, not at all.
There's a lot of things that wouldn't fly now that did back in the 90s.
That's why they were so great. Oh, man, did we miss it.
Nothing. You couldn't record anything. No one knew what you were doing.
Yeah. It was magical. Want to take a look at some OTDs?
Oh yeah, that's right.
We do on this day now.
I like all the acronyms.
No, thanks. We're going to get
that's a Mark
T-shirts.
thing, yeah.
We're going to get T-shirts eventually. 2 years ago on this day in 2023, Taylor Swift kicked off her Eras Tour in Glendale, Arizona. It went on to become the highest-grossing tour of all time.
Wow.
And the first to earn over $2 billion in revenue.
Unreal.
Insane.
She's doing all right.
And
She's
she's
okay.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's doing all right.
I don't like her taste in men, though.
No?
Not a fan of Travis?
I don't like the Chiefs.
No.
The Chiefs.
like the
Then you
Chiefs.
mustn't hate the
Not
Chiefs.
Travis.
You must have loved the Super Bowl then.
Oh, I loved it. It was awesome.
Wasn't
They
even
really got it handed to them. It was good.
26 years ago, on this day in 1999, a panel of experts concluded that cannabis has medical benefits for people suffering from cancer and AIDS. And
1999.
Yeah.
AIDS, really?
yeah, I think
Maybe like,
probably because of the appetite.
right, increase your appetite.
Yeah.
Grape soda and
Munchies, Doritos.
Yeah.
Doritos, anything salty.
Well, and pain,
Grape
and pain
soda. That's
relief.
what you went for?
Yeah. I don't know. Who doesn't love grape soda after a joint? Right?
I don't know. I've never had it.
Oh, you gotta try it.
All right.
30 years ago in 1995, the first vaccine for the chickenpox was approved in the U.S.
Oh, there we go.
How is that only 30 years ago?
I don't know.
That's kind of wild.
Yeah, we'll go with it.
I had the. Did you have real chicken pox?
Yeah.
You guys have real chicken
Yep.
pox?
I had it, but I had like 7.
I had two. I had two chicken pox.
Yeah, I didn't have.
What do you mean, 2 chicken
I
pox?
had two chicken pox.
Just like little spots?
Yeah, I had
Oh.
one here and one here. I didn't even know I had chicken pox. I showed one to my mom. I'm like, "What is this?" She's like, "That's a chicken pox." Did you have any others? Just this one. You have two chicken pox?
I remember
That's
anyone in the
chicken pox.
neighborhood that had it, we all just kind of got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Covered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you used to send your kid over to the
Yeah,
kid
rub
that
them up
had
against.
it. Yeah.
Just go get the chicken pox.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry
Isn't
about
that crazy?
it anymore.
I tried to get my kid to get the chicken pox naturally, but he didn't before he went to school, and I had to have him vaccinated. Like,
Get it naturally? How do you get it
Well,
naturally?
somebody at the daycare would have chicken pox. I'd be like, go play with them.
I know you
Share
hate them.
it. Here's a lollipop. Share it. Like he couldn't get it. He couldn't get chicken pox. I
You
tried
get
and
it by
tried.
saliva? I don't-
Yeah, that's how you. Yeah. You can get
Where did
that.
they get the name pox?
I don't
Like,
know.
That's an aggressive name.
Where did
Pock
chickens
is-
come into it?
I know. Why is it
I know,
blaming
why
on
are
the
we
chickens?
blaming the chickens? Pox is like the name of the boil that you get.
Oh,
Like,
that's what it
Any
is?
kind of a
Okay.
boil is a
Yeah,
pox.
but
There's a pox.
where did chicken come from?
Weird. Maybe
don't
they
know.
just blame the chickens. They're like, ugh, that chicken has a pox too.
Could be.
I bet you got your pox from that pox. That's why. Chicken pox.
It's kind of scary though. Chicken pox. You got the chicken pox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was weird, too. You get all these weird dots all over you.
Yeah, and it's so itchy. Like
Yeah.
you'd scratch. And
Yeah.
Like,
And then you
Guys,
ended
I,
up...
don't, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Then you ended up...
you didn't scratch then. You got to scratch.
You're like...
I had 2 chicken pox. Pam had 7. We're like, eh. Between us, we had less than 10.
How the hell did you guys count those?
There's
Yeah, like 1,000.
I
know. I know. I had some I couldn't even see.
You got poxed by the chicken.
Yeah.
Oh, we're just scratchers.
Yeah. That's funny.
Instead of the sniff, the scratch.
Ugh.
115 years ago today, in 1910, Mrs. Luther Gulick of Lake Sebago, Maine, founded the Campfire Girls organization. The group has since dropped the word girls from its name and is now known as Campfire.
Okay.
All
I've
right.
never even heard of it.
Me either.
127 years ago on this day, in 1898, Irish-born John Holland invented the modern submarine for the U.S. military.
Wow.
Wow.
And 1,564 years ago, on this day, March 17th, in the year 461, St. Patrick died. The patron saint of Ireland wasn't even born Irish. He was a kidnapped slave from Britain, and the first St. Patrick's Day parade wasn't celebrated until 1762 in America.
See, it's not even an Irish.
Who the hell kidnapped him?
I don't know.
The British. There's like 2 sides now. There's like the folks who wear green on St. Patrick's Day and the folks who wear orange on St. Patrick's Day. And the folks who wear orange on St. Patrick's Day are the clan of folks that kidnapped St. Patrick. Did you know that?
Can you imagine kidnapping another human being? Like, what the hell does the matter with these people? And we celebrate it.
Yeah, I know, right?
Doing?
We celebrate a lot of weird stuff.
We do.
I think it's strange that only 30 years ago the vaccine for the chickenpox was approved, but 127 years ago we had invented the submarine.
I know, right?
You imagine getting in a steel contraption? Hey, I got a great idea. A steel contraption goes
know.
under the water.
I know.
Stays there.
Stays there.
He
No,
stayed
I'm out.
submerged for 3 hours. 3
Yeah.
hours.
Well, it's like there were only 60 some years between the Wright brothers inventing the first airplane and the U.S. allegedly landing on the moon.
Yeah. I like that you use the word allegedly.
I agree with you. I don't think they landed on the moon.
Well, we haven't been
I
back.
got in an argument with a guy at a Boston pub
Yeah.
a few years ago about this.
Yeah.
He was so mad at me. Like, no, I don't think they landed on the moon. He was like, he wanted to fight because like, well, it's not my fault that you believe it. Like, I don't know, believe what you want.
There's
but
so much craziness around
how'd they get there in one shot? The
know.
first try.
I know.
And we've never been back.
What's going on?
What is going on?
I don't know. I love rabbit holes, though.
Oh, I do too.
We could go deep.
I do too.
We're going to need a little more of this tipping cream if we're going down.
That's right. You're invited to join Seniors Plus for their annual Fill the Plate breakfast on Friday, March 21st at the Hilton Garden Inn Riverwatch in Auburn. The event will benefit the Seniors Plus Meals on Wheels program and feature American Idol finalist Julia Gagnon and former Maine legislator Margaret Craven. Reserve your spot today at seniorsplus.org.
Whether you want a sit-down meal or a grab-and-go, Pat's Pizza in Auburn offers delicious sandwiches, pasta, salads, and pizza at family-friendly prices. Pat's Pizza, serving the L.A. area since 1985. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 85 Center Street in Auburn. Online at patsauburn.com.
What is trending at Roopers right now? What are people going for?
Honestly, those
No, lie
THC
to
drinks.
me. The THC drinks. I was just going to ask you about
it's a big movement right now.
Yeah.
We just we do beer resets every year. We go by numbers, and we kind of move things around in the coolers, and we got 20 some odd doors in every store. So it's a big it's a big deal. It takes a lot of work to do this, and thank God we have help. But we actually implemented 5 shelves just for that THC drink.
Wow.
And they're all local. They're all from Maine,
Nice.
and we're working on one with Baxter as we speak. Yeah, so we'll have a Roopers.
Yeah, actually, I talked to Jen briefly about that, and she's talking about how incorporating some of the non-elk and promoting some of the THC, like, quote-unquote, beer at the Brew Fest. She's like, but we won't have tastings for those. That might get a little... I'm like, yeah, that
You could get a little trouble with them.
Yeah.
But it's amazing
Especially
the
people
people that
aren't
buy
used to
them.
it.
Like, you wouldn't...
Yeah.
They come in and buy 2 of those, and they're like $5 a piece. These things aren't cheap.
Right.
And they'll buy like a 6-pack of Bud Light. And that's the new thing. So, but we're doing an alien-themed THC drink.
Really?
And the can's going to glow in the dark.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're going to go a little freaky
so
on
we can
you.
go to the moon with it.
We're gonna go. Yeah, we're going with Elon. We're going with Elon in the SpaceX. But how cool! Like, look, if you sit around a campfire, you talk about strange things. Let's talk about Sasquatch or Bigfoot, whatever. And we've done that. So, what else do you talk about? You talk about aliens.
Yeah.
And ghosts.
Ah, man,
Make a ghosty one.
they're among us.
You believe in this stuff? You believe in ghosts?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aliens?
Yes, have to, right?
Sasquatch?
Absolutely.
You got to believe in this.
Different
have to
dimensions.
believe in
There's different
Squatch.
dimensions, right?
Yeah. Strange.
It's a lot of space up there, right? It'd be an awful waste of space if there wasn't other things up there,
know.
other beings. But.
Well, it would be very arrogant of us to believe that we are the only evolved
agree.
species
Oh, yeah.
in this entire universe.
But it's fitting for humans,
I mean,
right?
yeah,
Oh, especially
I mean,
now.
it
Very
tracks.
self-centered.
It tracks, but
Especially now to call us higher intelligence.
Yeah.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
Look at the map.
I feel like I feel like if there were aliens, if there are, which there probably are, they're probably looking down at us, going, "Oh, we don't want to. No. Let's
You imagine looking down and seeing us walk our dogs? The dog's leading the charge and the human's holding something.
Yeah.
What the hell is the matter with these people?
And then picking up their poop.
Oh, stuff. Yes.
And if I zoom in, it looks like he's carrying a bag of.
See, this is fun. I like talking about this stuff.
This is silly.
What? Why are they carrying?
Yeah, that must be really weird for them. It makes perfect sense why they would hide from us.
Have you seen the meme where the cat's laughing at the dog because they're like, oh no, the dog's laughing at the cat and like, you stupid cat, like my human likes me better. It picks up my and yours just makes you cover it with dirt or something like
Oh my
the
God.
litter box. Oh boy, we went down a rabbit hole.
Speaking of cats, I saw a Fisher cat the other morning.
Did it scream at you? They make a crazy sound.
No. I just saw it kind of bolt in my backyard, and it was like, holy crap. It's very strange.
Yeah.
It was kind of eerie seeing it. Like,
Yeah. Do you have cats?
no, I have dog. I have a dog.
Big
but-
dog?
No, just a little guy.
Keep it inside.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's bigger than the dog.
Yeah.
Or
Damn.
the
Inside.
cat was. Yeah, it was pretty cool, though. Like, the tail and the back end of it was,
That's-
like, rounded.
they're
It was very...
crazy. Yeah.
You're like,
And it was on a mission. Like, you know how cats kind of just go at their own pace?
Yeah.
Like, that's why I knew it wasn't a regular cat
Yeah.
at a distance. And I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah.
But that thing was on a mission.
It was probably about to go eat something. Someone's
Well,
chicken somewhere.
Bro, we have chickens down the road.
Yeah, it was probably going to eat a chicken.
Yeah.
It's like, it's breakfast time. Na, 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 na.
find me some nug nugs.
Go get some chicken nugs.
I don't know. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're crazy. Do you know what I saw once while paddleboarding, and I had no idea what it was a muskrat.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever seen one?
I've seen one.
It was swimming.
Yeah, they're pretty
And
freaky under the
I tried
water.
to follow it, and it was like super fast.
Yeah, they can go.
Yeah.
They stay underwater for like, I don't know, a couple minutes at least.
A long time. They can swim pretty far. I was like, what is that?
I saw a coyote while I was running one day. That was not fun. It like
Yeah,
ran
that'd be
across the
freaky.
street in front of me when I lived in Mechanic Falls, and it paid no mind to me. It just ran across.
It was on a mission.
It was going somewhere. But man, when I ran beyond where it crossed the road, I was like looking behind me. Like,
Yeah. I had a fox run across the street in front of me in Pettingill Park one day.
Ooh.
A little tiny, it was a gray fox actually, which I
it
thought was
cute?
weird. It was really cute. The big bushy tail, it was like, vroom, and then, go ahead, didn't see it again.
Did you do the Dana Carvey impression?
No.
Foxy.
I should have. It would have come back. It would have been like, wait, what?
I don't know. It'd probably bite you. Like, foxes
doing
are
that.
mean. They're mean. How do you go from
Podcast
aliens
rabbit
to
hole.
fox?
I don't know.
Animals.
We're gonna have to listen back and find out.
Tippy cow, that's how.
Jesse, have you ever had a supernatural experience?
Yes.
Can you tell us about it or no?
Yeah, I can. My
Yeah,
wife and I
family, yeah.
were newly married, and we moved into a little, kind of like a shack on Taylor Pond, and I was in the bathroom. It was midday. It was like 3:00 in the afternoon. I just got out of work, so I'm in the bathroom, and I heard it sounded like a coin getting rolled across the floor. That's what it sounded like, and I thought it was my father messing with me, like someone was in the house messing with me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, and I hollered out, and I didn't hear anything, and then I got up, washed my hands, and I said, hello, hello, and when I said that, I felt the hair on my arm standing up. Something was in there with me.
Yep.
And I just, boom, I bolted. I'm a big guy. What the hell am I afraid of?
yeah.
But I didn't have my proton pack or anything like that, so I just bolted. But there was a presence there.
Yeah.
I felt it.
Did
No
you ever feel
explanation.
it again?
Nope.
Just that time.
Just that time, yeah. And my wife was like, she's a big believer in it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Did she ever have an experience like that too? Yeah.
In Panama. Yeah, she was
Oh.
born in Panama, and there was a person allegedly there was a person living under some sort of floor there.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's
she was
creepy.
pretty freaked out. And her father, Steve, witnessed it.
Oh, wow.
Weird.
He took he had his machete. I don't know if you guys ever talked to him because he told stories all the time, obviously. But throw back to Steve, but he had his machete out. Like he was freaked out about
Creeped
it.
out.
I don't know. Have you guys felt anything like
My
that?
story, I did. I was like 12. I grabbed a butcher knife, walked upstairs. I'm like, what was I going to do at 12 years old with a butcher knife? I don't know, but
Remember you telling that story? Or like
Well, look what
getting ready for
Stop
school or something?
Look what Kevin
right?
McAllister did to the Wet Bandits.
I know.
Just a kid.
Oh, that's such a good movie. I love those movies.
and the house was spotless when the parents got
Yeah,
home.
I
what the
know.
hell?
How did he do that?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No,
The
no,
Wet Bandits.
no paint or pitch anywhere.
No, there was
Come
glue
on.
all over the stairs, and they stepped on that nail.
Yeah.
The best part of that movie is when he takes the tarantula and puts it on Marv's face, and he just has that screech. Like it's so good.
Did you? Not to like go behind the curtain, but for that scene, they had to have total and complete silence. So his scream is not an actual scream. They had to put it in afterwards because if he actually screamed, he would have scared the tarantula.
Oh,
So they
that
had
kinda
like
ruins it now.
I know, right? I
it was
learned that,
so
and I was
good.
like, oh.
how can you take a beating like that and get up? Right?
No.
Like
Yeah.
full
You
bars to the
couldn't.
head.
You'd be dead after the first couple
Your
things.
hand has third-degree burns on
Yeah,
it.
you don't
His
keep
head's on
going.
fire. He sticks his
You
head in the
keep
toilet.
Going. No way.
Yeah, I would have given up a long time before they did.
Oh boy.
Mark,
Yeah.
have you ever had a ghostly experience?
I haven't. I am open to believing, but I have never had an experience like that.
No.
That
Yeah.
I can recall.
I think I told you a ghost stole my glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ghost stole my glasses.
What do you mean?
I was like 9 and I put my I remember clearly taking my glasses off and putting them in this huge dollhouse in the playroom of a friend's house that I know was haunted because I still have dreams about it. But put my glasses in this dollhouse and we went and we played. And when we came back, my glasses were gone. And we tore that room apart. We tore the playhouse apart. We tore the room apart. Everybody, adults, children, we could not find my glasses. A ghost stole my glasses. It was really weird.
All mine were from the house I lived in Mechanic Falls. I haven't had a ton since then. So there
Yeah.
was definitely a presence in that house,
Yeah.
for sure.
He's got to be right.
Yeah.
All the spirits that have died,
Sure.
and
Yeah.
like I don't know.
That was
There's
an
got to
old
be a
house.
different dimension somewhere, right?
Sure. Well, I do shows up at Somerset Abbey, and they have an Airbnb that they rent out for people, but they give it to performers for the night so that they can prepare for whatever show is happening at the Abbey. And that's one of those places where you open the door and immediately you're like, oh, I'm not alone. Like the house is empty, but I'm not alone. Like you can feel it. It's crazy.
The energy.
I had to go. I hate to bring up this story, but I'm going to. That shooting a few years ago, last year. I'm sorry, and I had to go pick up some bottles from Schmengi's. That's one of our accounts, and it was. You could feel something in there, 100%.
Chilling, right?
It was, like tears immediately when you walked in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can feel there's something. There's got to be, right? There's got to be something out there.
That's it, yeah.
Well,
The energy.
I lied. I went to Kentucky for a music festival, and my friends and we got an Airbnb that used to be a crematorium.
Oh, that's right.
And we walked downstairs, and yes, you could feel from the second floor to the basement where the 2 bedrooms and bathroom were, the whole energy changed. And I was like, it wasn't bad, but you could just feel something.
Something's not
Heavy.
right.
It's heavy.
Yes.
Heavy.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's
yeah.
the word.
It's like,
It's heavy.
it's thick. The air is heavy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah, you
but
feel it.
I don't know.
Crazy stuff.
The cool thing is we're going to experience it.
From the other side.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Someday.
You're going to take a dirt nap at some point.
Well, I'm going to take a dirt nap, but I think that's it.
You think?
nothing
there.
That's no fun, though.
I do.
It's got to be more.
I'm going to haunt Mark.
You could be dead right now. You don't even know it.
This could be what it is.
This could be heaven, baby.
Maybe I'll take.
Torturing so many
purgatory.
people with the podcast.
Oh, golly.
If this isn't heaven, this is pretty close.
I
Come
know,
on.
right? How we were just talking about how egocentric humans are. And now we're like, no, we're going to live forever. Yeah, I don't know. I think once you're done, you're done. I don't
Really?
I just like I said, I'm open to it, but I've never experienced it. So I guess until then, I'll be a little skeptical.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, no, you question everything, right?
Yeah, I do.
There's never been a single time where you've been like, ooh, that feels weird. Yeah. Never, ever.
Deja vu? Like, you guys have had deja vu,
Yeah, I
right?
had that. Yep.
That's strange.
Yep.
Yeah, that is a weird feeling.
It's weird.
You're trying to place it forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like,
Just, I know I've done this before. I
Yeah.
know I've had this conversation.
Yeah.
Had this experience. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
George Carlin used to ask if people have ever experienced vujade. That's the feeling that none of this has ever happened before.
None of this ever happened.
Every day.
He was the best. He was. Oh, he was so good. We all need a little George Carlin. on
Whoa, we need a lot of it.
Yeah.
Sarah.
Yeah.
How's your Irish accent?
It's not bad, but
Okay.
it's not fantastic.
So scroll
either.
down on FPBs.
Okay.
didn't see that.
I have some Irish sayings.
Oh, nice.
I did like one of them for sure. Maybe chuckle.
Oh, can I do it drunk?
Do we have an option?
I don't know.
Can I tell you a story of Steve Roop?
Please do.
I went to Ireland with him 6 years ago to play golf, and we go to this little golf course, and it looks like a hotel. And we're like, you guys have food? And he goes, yeah, go down this hallway, knock on the door, and someone will answer. So we walk down the hallway, knock on the door, and this little Irishman pops his head out. Good morning. He just starts talking to us. You can barely understand him, but and he goes, what would you like to eat? And we're like, I'll take eggs. And, the food there is so different than it is here. Like,
Yeah.
And Steve orders an English muffin.
Oh boy.
We're in the middle of Ireland. I look at him like, you just didn't order that, did you? And that little Irishman looked at him like he wanted to kill him. He's like, what did I say that was wrong? I said, Steve, we're in Ireland. They don't like the English. Like, English muffin, no. Bagel, yes.
Crumpet?
Only him.
Something.
English muffin.
English muffin.
I love the opener to that story. Me and Steve went to Ireland to play golf. Who doesn't? Right? So I thought we could go around and see how our Irish accents
Let
are.
me see if I can do it.
Have a.
Oh, boy.
Are we going to do all of them?
We're just going around.
Okay.
There's not that
There's
many,
like
right?
7 of them
Like,
or 8.
am I missing something?
Okay. Ready?
Yeah,
I puked all over my shoes.
that's pretty good.
I'm not good at accents. They're after me pot of Guinness.
Hey, that's not bad.
You're going gonna do one, Jesse?
Oh my Lord, I can't see them. My eyes are so bad.
All right.
Oh, there we go. All right. We're out of whiskey. Now what do I have to do for breakfast?
That was good.
Me liver hurts to the touch.
I woke up with a pounding headache and my pants are missing.
I went to the grocery store when we were there, and I said, hey, what time does the liquor store open? Like, they had it's part of the grocery store there, like, kind of like here, and it was a gate, and she goes, 11:30?
Half a 12.
I said, what? She goes, 11:30? Are you on a holiday? I'm like, I'm on a holiday. I'm on a vacation. She goes, yeah, holiday. I said, what the heck's 11:30? 12:30. 11:30 is 12. I said, 11:30 is 6. Like, it was really funny. 11:30. Did you hear that when you were there? Like 11:30.
Yeah, I think I knew. I knew that's how they did it.
Half a 1, half a 2. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, I guess.
But to me, my brain goes backwards. 11:30 to me would mean 11:30.
Oh, I don't know.
But
I thought it was 6, but I don't know. I'm pretty good at arithmetic.
11:30. All right, I'll see you at 6. Jesus.
Yeah, I know. I missed it.
it seems kind of late.
I know.
Boy.
We're going to do one more.
Yeah, let's do one more.
All right. Look at me funny one more time and I'll shove my shillelagh up your bum.
That's pretty good.
That was pretty good.
My grandfather.
What's a shillelagh?
It's a stick.
Oh.
Yeah. My grandfather's Irish.
I definitely never would have read that one because I don't know what a shillelagh is,
Shillelagh?
nor would I have known how to pronounce it.
Up your bum.
No,
You
thank
got a shillelagh up your bum.
Shillelagh.
Some days, depending on who I talk to first.
Oh, no.
I remember someone telling me one time an Irish accent goes up and a Scottish accent goes down.
Ah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a good way to look at it, I guess.
Huh.
I can't tell the difference.
Between a Scottish accent
No.
and an Irish accent.
No. But I'm not very smart, so.
She had a cool umbrella.
She always
And
waves
boots.
to us.
Yeah, she's
We should,
nice.
we should
Invite her in someday.
Yeah, invite her in.
Do you
Have
got
some
5
Tippy cow.
minutes?
Do you want to come in here and have some
Do you want
booze?
a drink before you go to work? What
You
do you
wanna-
do? Oh, you're a nurse?
Oh, you need to draw somebody's blood? Okay. Never mind.
All right, it's 48 degrees in Bellyvon right now.
All right.
Huh? Bellyvon?
Okay. It's more than that here. It's like 52 degrees here. Right?
50. I got 50.
52 in the car this morning. Now I'm not going to be able to stop.
You're going to do it all day now.
All day.
Continue.
Sit.
I think you should finish the
Tippy
podcast.
cow talking.
The Tippy cow.
The Tippy cow. They'd be so proud in Ireland. Tippy cow out of Wisconsin.
Yeah, we gotta have someone in Ireland listen to this episode. How do we make that happen?
I'll email it to O'Grady@Ireland.com.
You don't have fans in Ireland?
I don't know.
I'm sure.
We
I'm
might.
sure we do.
Are you? Locally owned and locally focused, Lydia Media celebrates the heart of the greater Lewiston-Auburn area through 2 magazines, Uncle Andy's Digest and LA Metro Magazine, and the new Lydia's Lunch Bunch podcast. Each production shines a positive light on local businesses, nonprofits, events, and individuals making a difference in our community. Keep your advertising dollars local and position your business in front of your target audience with Lydia Media. Learn more at LlydiaMediaLLC.com. Want to do 3 random questions?
Yes.
This has been my favorite one recently. Jesse, if you had a time machine but could only take one trip, where would you go?
Egypt.
Oh.
Pyramid time?
Yep. I have to know.
You have to know.
I have to know.
How do they do that?
Yeah.
How the hell do they build those things?
Aliens.
Alien.
I'm not ruling that out, but
Do you have a theory?
no. But it was such a strange time there, though, right? Like they had water running through there. Like they had, it was a different time, obviously. But how the hell did they lift,
Right.
pick up those stones, like, and shave them so
Right.
perfect,
Precise. and-
precise, and like
Yep.
I don't know. It's pretty cool. Like it's. I heard this the other day. We're closer to who was the queen then? What's her name?
Cleopatra?
Cleopatra in years than we are to the birth of the pyramids.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, isn't that
right.
nuts?
Wow. All right. Who's got the next question?
You want to go?
Sure.
Okay.
I believe you guys just went on a trip, right? Did you go to the Bahamas?
I did, and I put sunblock on my lips, and I got a sunburn, and it sucks.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Oh, it hurts. So, but
That's a bummer. I had a friend do that. That happened to her, but that happened because she put lip gloss on first, so
Ooh.
it just accelerated. Is that what happened?
no, I passed out on one of those day beds in the sun. Passed out.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Painkillers at 9 a.m. That's what happens. Pass out at noon.
I assume that's not a travel mishap that turned into a great story, but do you have a travel mishap that happened that ended up turning out to be a really fun...
Yeah, Steph and I on our first anniversary after our wedding, first year, left one of the kids at home, and we went down to Old Orchard, and I had the luggage bag in our living room, and I went to grab it, and she's like, no, let me look at it again. I want to put some stuff in there. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I'll go sit in the car and wait. And I sat in the car and waited. We drove to Old Orchard. We get to the hotel room, all excited, because, it's our first real, like,
Right.
ooh, bow, chicka, bow, bow, no kids around. And I open up the trunk. There's no luggage.
No.
She cried and cried. And I said, you know what, honey? I don't give a shit. I said, let's go down to the little merchandise store in Old Orchard, and we bought, we looked like people, like tourists from, Canada or whatever. Old Orchard Beach sweatshirt, and it was so fun. We went and bought bathing suits, and that's all we needed.
That's awesome.
Yay.
Yeah.
Aw,
That's
making
awesome.
the most of this.
Make the most of it.
She came around after that.
Yeah, I have a good way,
great.
Yeah.
with women, as you can tell. I learned it from my Irish grandfather.
Steph and I are supposed to grab lunch sometime soon. I'll have to ask
Ask her about that story. She'll tell you. Yeah.
that you have a good way with women.
No. That was a joke. Look,
I was kidding.
there's things I know and there's things I don't know, and the things I don't know is 98%. So,
All right,
what else
ready?
we got?
What song on your playlist would you be embarrassed to admit is your favorite song? I stumped him.
yeah, I don't know. I would say maybe Billie Jean.
That's a good one.
And
Because,
Michael
Michael's a little
Jackson.
questionable guy, right?
He's controversial.
Slightly controversial.
I actually just had a conversation with someone. She's like, no Michael Jackson. I don't believe in, who. I'm like, okay. Like, yes. He
was so
obviously was
good.
not a good
Yeah.
or he did terrible things, but you can't deny his musical
Right.
talent.
Yeah.
Like, he
Separate
was,
the art from the
right.
artist.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
But,
Wow.
so I would listen to Michael Jackson because I think he was talented. And
My youngest son was into him. He loved him, and he'd study him on YouTube.
oh, really?
And he was dancing just like him.
Oh, nice.
He won't do it now, and he won't admit it, but he was unreal.
Now he knows. He's like, oh.
Yeah, well, he's he's not cool. He likes, Drake and
Yeah.
who's that other guy? Who's the one that with the Super Bowl?
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't understand what was going on there. Did you guys catch that?
Kendrick Lamar?
Kendrick Lamar. Yeah. Did you catch what the Crip thing? And
I didn't
was
get
at
it.
Gippers, so I didn't really hear anything. So I watched it, and visually it was
I
entertaining.
thought it was cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
thought he was
couldn't hear
really good,
anything,
but
so.
I didn't know what that meant though. All the disses on Drake. I guess he has a feud with Drake.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
Apparently.
Doesn't like Canada. I guess I don't know.
Who doesn't like Canada?
I know.
Our friends to the north.
Doesn't like maple syrup and
Really?
Brian Adams, baby.
And Labatt's Blues.
Oh, yes.
And the
Blah.
Toronto Maple Leafs. Come on. Oh, gosh.
All right, Jesse. So today's a big day for the bars.
Yep.
There's going to be a lot of single men out there
boy.
trying to pick up the ladies.
Yeah.
And you just said you have a way with women. So let's close the show with you offering your best advice to all the single men out there trying to pick up a lady today.
All right. Well, the good Lord gave us 2 ears in 1 month. Well, 1 mouth. Just use your ears.
There you go.
And shut your mouth. And listen to what they have to say. I'm really good at that, believe me.
Yeah.
It might get awkward after a while. When you're not saying anything.
if Steph's listening, she's going to be like, he's so full of...
I think Steph's going to hear about this
She's gonna-
when Pam has.
Mark, I think we
lunch.
should send Steph a sound bite.
You should. You should. You know what my grandfather always said, and I swear to God, he told me this. He's like, always tell a smart girl she's pretty, and always tell a pretty girl she's smart. And I used it, and
There you go.
The
I
rest
got
is
through high
history.
school. And it worked. I was like, wow, he's so smart.
Next thing you know, you're in Old Orchard Beach buying a Speedo.
That's it, baby.
That's right.
Need a hammock for this banana. Right?
Today's show is brought to you by St. Patrick's Day, which is Irish for Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, boy.
We have an Irish blessing for today.
What do we got?
May your troubles be less and your blessings be more, and nothing but happiness come through your door.
Oh, that's nice.
They're so positive over there.
I do try.
is.
It's so annoying.
And it rains every day. What the hell are you positive about? It's not working.
Mark and I try and take her down, but it never works.
You'll never bring me down. You'll never bring me down.
Jesse, thanks so much for stopping by
No
today.
worries. My pleasure.
We
It's
so
always
appreciate
fun.
it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
And the Tippy Cow was so good. Shamrock Mint.
Yeah.
Head over to Roopers and get yourself. How much is in there?
It's a bit.
A 750 milliliter.
That's a $7.50.
What do these go for?
$15.99?
Yeah.
It's not expensive.
No.
It's
if you-
like a dozen eggs.
Yeah.
Yep.
You brought us down again. If you visit if you visit roopersbeverage.com, you can also get a couple of recipes if you're looking for a traditional Irish cocktail for today. You have a couple of things on your website too
Yes.
to help
Yes.
folks out, and you have all the makings of it. You can find it at Roopers at 5 locations.
It's on that front end cap as well, so you can walk in and it's right
There
there.
you go.
You can't miss it.
Don't even have to look
Easy.
for it.
Nope.
Every time you come here, you see me later in the day because I'm like, well, I guess I need that now.
Even when he doesn't come in, every time we have a tasting
know.
tale.
I forgot. Like, what do you guys? I asked last time and I can't remember off the top of my head. I thought it was cider, but what do you guys drink? Like, what is your choice? What is your go-to?
So my wife has celiac.
Right.
So we've been doing a lot of cider.
Cider, okay.
But you guys sent over the chocolate shop red wine.
Yes.
Recently.
Yeah, yeah.
We've purchased like 5 bottles.
Oh, okay.
She likes
Yeah,
that.
she loves
huh?
it.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
Yeah.
Yep. So,
What about you, Sarah?
That's a big one.
Ciders, and I like bourbon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Pam gets mad at me because I make pork chops with a very expensive bottle of bourbon that I bought.
Nice.
She's like, I can't believe you make pork chops.
I love
with that.
pork chops.
It's like I used Angel's Envy to make. I was like,
Wow.
I'm like, what? Right?
Yeah, Angel's Envy. Like, that's one of my go-tos.
It's
I
so
love
good.
Angel's Envy.
It's so good.
Yep.
I'm telling you, you only need like 2 tablespoons of it, and you can make a killer buttery bourbon apple pork chop that
No
is
kidding.
like mwah, chef's
Okay.
kiss perfect.
Okay.
It's so good.
I love pork
It's
chops.
so good. I'll make it for you, Pam, and you'll be
Okay.
like, okay, I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good.
I'm gonna remember that.
Okay, I'll bring you some next time I make it.
Shout out to a great pork chop, fish bones. Unreal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. Actually,
Unreal.
Nick gets the pork chop there a lot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
fish, like pork chop isn't what I'm looking at the Fishbones menu.
Oh,
but-
you got to have it.
All right.
What do you like there?
Our go-to, usually, probably 90% of the time we go there, one of us orders the ahi tuna.
Yeah, that's what Steph usually gets. Yeah.
great
Yeah,
restaurant.
It's so good. And then at lunch they have the ahi tuna poke bowl.
Oh,
which
yeah.
is great. I just can't do it with wasabi drizzle because it's too spicy. But yeah.
And cocktails are always good.
Yeah.
New owners over there now.
Yeah, they're
it's
doing
the-
awesome.
One of the chefs is actually one of the new owners too,
Yep.
so I don't think we're going to see a whole lot of changes, which is good.
Yeah, and Paul and Kate worked with them for a while before
Nice.
selling. So
Their
yeah.
bacon Brussels sprouts are to die
They're
for.
Brussels.
Yeah,
They're
so good.
fried though, so
I guess
they're not
maybe-
all that healthy for
No,
you.
maybe we should have had some food with our Tippy Cow. Next time we'll get some hot cross buns on.
I got
St.
some Lara
Patrick's
bars.
Day.
Hot cross buns.
Hot cross buns
cross
for
buns.
St. Patrick's Day.
We'll bring in a loaf of bread that's looks like Vinny.
Super dry. Yes. Oh, those were cute. Little corgi loaves.
You're going to have to take your shillelagh out the
I'm gonna
buns.
take my shillelagh and hit you across the bum.
Pam, we didn't get to you.
Oh, I'm all over the map.
She's willing to try new stuff. That's
You guess Miller Lite.
the thing about Pam.
No, my standard beverage is a Tito's soda, just because I don't like to drink my calories.
Smart
But
lady.
That's why you're in such great shape.
A really, thank you. A really good old fashioned is definitely right on the top of my list. So bourbons and whiskeys are high up there.
Yep.
And wine. I'm a wine drinker too. So. I don't discriminate. I'm not a big sugary drink.
Yeah.
Right.
Same.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, so this Tippy Cow isn't up your...
not on the daily. No.
She's got some calories in her for sure.
Yeah.
Tasty though.
Yeah, that's a definitely, and I'm all for it. At the end of a meal, if feel like I got a little sweet tooth, I'll drink my calories rather than get.
There's nothing like an espresso martini
But
after dinner. Oh.
but caffeine will keep me up, and I already have a hard time sleeping. So espresso martinis after dinner.
Probably not a
for-
good idea.
That's for day drinking.
Have one of those THC drinks and then go to bed.
There you go. People do it. They love it. So whatever. To each his
Whatever
own.
works for them.
That's
That's
right.
right.
That's right.
Maybe we need to give it to Canada. Maybe they'll come down and visit us again.
Yeah.
Hey, we got THC drinks down here.
Come see us.
Big thanks to our guest, president of Roopers Beverage and Redemption, Jesse St. Laurent. He's got away with the ladies.
My mom would be so proud if you said that. She heard this. She'd be.
You should write a book or do a podcast or something. Share your knowledge.
Oh, yeah.
People out there need to know.
Oh, Jesus.
We thank Roopers along with United Piping for sponsoring today's episode. And if you'd like to be part of the Lydia's Lunch Bunch advertising family, reach out to Pam via email at pam@lydiamediallc.com.
And maybe we'll share our tipping cow.
Maybe.
Hey. Look at me funny one more time and I'll shove my shillelagh up your bum.